Welcome to the master course on essential Nmap scan types. If you've ever been curious about how cybersecurity professionals map out a digital environment, you're in the right place. We will begin with the absolute fundamentals and build a solid foundation together. For our first lesson, imagine you are a security guard for a new neighborhood. Before you can protect it, you need a map showing every house and its unique address. A computer network is precisely like that neighborhood, and our first job is to create that map. Our objective is to define the core terms network, host, and IP address using this analogy. Let's begin with the neighborhood itself. A computer network is simply a group of connected devices that can share information. On screen shows key term network. Your home Wi-Fi is a perfect example of a small network. It's your personal digital neighborhood. Within this neighborhood are the houses. Any single device on the network is called a host. On screen shows key term host. Your laptop is a host. Your smartphone is a host. Each is a destination on the map. Finally, and most critically, is the address. In a real neighborhood, mail needs a street address. In a digital network, every host needs a unique IP address. On screen shows key term IP address. For example, 192.168.1.101. This series of numbers ensures information arrives at the correct computer. To really solidify this concept, think about the devices connected to your own Wi-Fi. What you'll realize is that your Wi-Fi network is the neighborhood, your devices, like a laptop or smart TV, are the houses, and each one possesses a unique IP address, its digital street address that allows it to be found. Now here's a great way to test your understanding. Consider how you would explain an IP address to a friend who knows nothing about technology. The ideal explanation would capture this key idea. An IP address is like the unique street address for a computer. Just like you can't send a letter without a street address, you can't send data to a specific computer without its IP address. It's how devices find each other in the digital neighborhood. With that, you now understand the fundamental building blocks of any network. Knowing a house's street address is the first step, but it doesn't tell us how to get inside. Are the doors unlocked? Are the windows open? These entry points are like ports on a computer. In this lesson, we will explain the function of a port and its three common states: open, closed, and filtered. A port is a numbered gateway on a host for a specific type of communication. If the IP address is the street address, ports are the numbered doors and windows.
On-screen text shows example, port 80 web traffic, port 25 email. When Nmap scans a host, it checks the state of these doors. An open port is like an unlocked door. A service is actively listening, ready to accept a connection. On-screen text shows key term open. A closed port is a locked door. The host is online, but no application is listening on that specific port. On-screen text shows key term closed. And a filtered port is like a high wall or fence. A firewall is blocking our view, so we can't tell if a door is even there. On-screen text shows key term filtered. To see this in action, think about your smartphone handling emails, web browsing, and music streaming simultaneously. The concept that clarifies this is that each service uses a different port. Web traffic comes through one door, email through another. It's how a single device avoids confusing these different conversations. Here's a practical scenario to consider. A security scan reports that a computer has port 80, the web door, as open, but port 25, the email door, is closed. What this reveals is that the computer is actively running a web server and is ready to accept visitors through port 80, but it is not running an email service, so its mail slot on port 25 is locked and unused. Now that we understand the neighborhood, its houses, and their doors, we need our map maker. Manually checking every address would be impossible. This is where Nmap comes in. In this lesson, we will introduce Nmap and its most fundamental scan, the ping scan. Nmap, which stands for Network Mapper, is a powerful tool used to discover hosts and services on a network, creating a map of the digital landscape. On-screen text shows key term Nmap, Network Mapper.
It works by sending special messages or packets to a target and analyzing the response. The very first step is to see who is home. The simplest Nmap scan, a ping scan, answers only one question: is this host online? It's like knocking on every door just to see if someone answers without trying to open it. On-screen text shows scan type, ping scan -SN. Let's apply this with another analogy. A security guard walks the halls of an office building late at night, simply making a list of which offices still have their lights on. This task is a perfect parallel. The ping scan is just like that guard, sweeping the network to find which hosts are active and ignoring everything else. So, to distill it down to its core function, what is the single, simple question an Nmap ping scan answers? The answer is, simply, is this host online and responsive? And that concludes our foundational module. You now have a complete mental model for network scanning and are ready to begin using the tool itself.
Welcome to Module 2. We now move from theory to practice. Imagine you are that security guard again. Your first task is to create a simple list of which houses have their lights on. You are not trying to open any doors. You just want to know who is home. This is the purpose of the ping scan. Our objective is to use the SN flag in Nmap to perform this scan and identify live hosts. The command is direct and effective. On-screen text shows the command nmap-sn target. In this command, Nmap is the program. The -SN flag tells Nmap to skip the port scan and only report which hosts are online. The target is the address range of the neighborhood you want to scan. The output is a clean, simple list. For every responsive IP address, Nmap will report host is up. This is the perfect first command to try in a safe lab environment. I encourage you to run this next command to see it in action. On-screen text shows the command nmap-sn 127.0.0.1. This special IP address always points to your own computer. When you run this, Nmap's output will be simple and direct, confirming that your own machine, your own house, is indeed up. Now consider this common request from a manager. Get me a quick list of how many computers are currently turned on. The ideal tool for this job is the ping scan. On-screen text shows the command nmap-sn office network range.
What makes this the correct choice is its efficiency. Its sole purpose is to discover online hosts without the time-consuming overhead of a port scan. With a list of active hosts, the next step is to check for unlocked doors. You could loudly open each one, but a quieter method is to just jiggle the doorknob. If it turns, you know it's unlocked, and you can move on without ever opening the door. This is the principle behind the TCP SYN Scan, often called the Stealth Scan. The SYN Scan using the SS flag is the default and most popular scan in Nmap for a reason. It works by initiating but never completing a standard network connection, known as the three-way handshake. Nmap sends a hello message called a SYN packet. If the port is open, the target replies with hello back, a SYN ACK packet. As soon as Nmap receives that reply, it knows the port is open and immediately tears down the connection. Because it never fully connects, it's faster and less likely to be logged. To really grasp the efficiency of this, imagine testing doorbells. The SYN scan equivalent is pressing the button just long enough to hear the buzz inside, then immediately moving on. You've confirmed it works without waiting for someone to fully answer the door. This leads to a key piece of terminology. Why is a SYN scan often called a half-open scan? The reason is that it initiates the connection process but never fully completes it, leaving the connection only half-formed. The jiggle-the-handle SYN scan is efficient, but sometimes the only way to test the lock is the normal way. Fully open the door, announce yourself, and then close it. This is the TCP Connect Scan. Our goal is to differentiate this scan from the SYN scan and understand when it's necessary. The Connect Scan, using the ST flag, does exactly what its name implies. It instructs the operating system to complete the full three-way handshake for every port. The primary difference between this and a SYN scan comes down to two factors: privilege and noise. The clever SYN scan requires administrator or root permissions to run. The simpler Connect scan can be run by any user. However, because it fully connects, it is much louder and far more likely to be detected and logged by security systems. Let's use a food inspector analogy to see the difference in noise. Inspector A, the SYN scan, just cracks open the kitchen door to confirm it's a kitchen. Inspector B, the Connect scan, walks in and announces official inspection. Clearly, Inspector B is more likely to be noticed. Their full entry is a logged event, just like a full TCP connection. This distinction points to a critical reason for choosing one scan over the other. What is the main reason you would be forced to use a Connect scan instead of the preferred SYN scan? The answer comes down to privileges. SYN scans require administrator or root access. Without those rights on the computer you are scanning from, the slower, louder Connect scan is your only option. With this, you have now mastered Nmap's three most fundamental scan types.
Welcome to Module 3. So far, we have found the online hosts and their open doors. Now it is time to become a detective. Knowing a door is open is not enough. We need to peek inside to see what service is actually running. This is the purpose of service version detection. Our objective is to use the -SV flag to determine the specific software and version running on any open port. The command for this is a simple yet powerful addition to our scan. On-screen text shows the command nmap-sv target. This is incredibly important. Knowing port 80 is open is useful, but knowing it's running Microsoft IIS Web Server version 7.5 is 1,000 times more valuable, as specific software versions can have well-known vulnerabilities. Nmap accomplishes this with a database of probes. When it finds an open port, it sends a series of messages designed to make the service identify itself. It analyzes the response for signatures that reveal the software's name and version number. To understand the extra detail this provides, consider a simple phone call. A basic scan just tells you someone answered. A service version scan is like staying on the line to hear the recording. Thank you for calling Acme Corporation Customer Service Department. What this reveals is not just that someone answered, but the name of the company and the specific department. This is the same level of crucial context the SV flag provides for a network service. Here is a real-world example to analyze. A basic scan shows port 22 is open. An SV scan reveals port 22 is running OpenSSH 6.6.1 P1 Ubuntu. The value of the second result is immense. It provides the exact software and version which allows a security professional to check for any known vulnerabilities associated with that specific version. It turns an open door into a detailed intelligence report. We have acted as specialists, one to find hosts, another to check doors, a third to identify services. But what if we could hire a master investigator to do everything at once? This is the aggressive scan. Our objective is to use the A flag to perform a comprehensive scan that combines several techniques simultaneously. The aggressive scan is a convenient and powerful combo command. On-screen text shows the command nmap-a target. The A flag enables multiple features at once, including on-screen text shows list, service version detection -SV, OS detection -O, traceroute -traceroute, and common script scanning -SC. This scan will not only identify services, but will also make an educated guess about the target's operating system and show the network path to the target. The trade-off, as the name aggressive implies, is that this scan is very noisy and easily detected.
To see how you would use this for maximum efficiency when tasked with gathering as much information as possible in one command, the single Nmap flag to achieve all of this is simply -A for aggressive. To summarize the benefits, let's compare it directly to a SYN scan. What are two specific pieces of information that an aggressive scan provides that a simple SYN scan does not? An aggressive scan provides 1. The specific service and version running on a port, and 2. An educated guess of the target's operating system. A simple SYN scan reveals none of this extra detail. You have now learned how to become a true digital detective.
Welcome to our final module. You have learned several commands, but a professional doesn't run them randomly. They follow a logical workflow, moving from broad discovery to specific investigation. Our final objective is to outline a beginner's workflow for scanning a network using the commands we have mastered. Here is a simple yet powerful 3-step process. Step 1. Find the live hosts. The goal is to quickly identify all active devices. The command is nmap-sn. This is the guard making a list of all the houses with lights on. Step 2. Scan a specific target for open ports. Take one of the live hosts from Step 1 and find its open doors quickly and quietly. The command is nmap-ss. This is the guard jiggling the doorknobs on a single interesting house. Step 3. Investigate the target deeply. Once you know which ports are open, run a deep scan on that same target to find out exactly what is running. The command is nmap-a. This is hiring the master investigator for that one specific house. Now, this is a great workflow to try yourself. Imagine you're given a network range of 10.0.0.0/24 and are told to find everything you can about the web server on it. To accomplish this, you would run 3 commands in order. Following this workflow, you first discover all the live hosts, then quickly probe a specific server for its open ports, and finally, launch a deep investigation into that one target to learn everything about its services. This workflow highlights a key principle of efficiency. Why is it more effective to run a ping scan on a whole network first, before running an aggressive scan on one machine? The reason is that a ping scan rapidly filters out all the inactive IP addresses. Wasting a slow, intensive, aggressive scan on offline targets is highly inefficient. It is always better to find your live targets first, then investigate them deeply. You have now reached the end of the master course on essential Nmap scan types. You began with the simple analogy of a digital neighborhood and have progressed to a point where you can intelligently map that neighborhood, identify which houses are occupied, check their doors, and peek inside to see what services they're running. The skills you have learned here, discovery, stealthy scanning, and aggressive investigation, form the bedrock of knowledge for any aspiring cybersecurity professional. The road to mastery is long, but your first and most important steps have been taken. Thank you for joining me. Keep practicing, stay curious, and happy scanning.